Hello everybody, BrioS here, and today I am revisiting one of my favorite mechs of all time, and yes, this is the 30-ton butt plug of death, the Urbanmech, and this particular variant with the missile hardpoints in the right arm is actually my favorite variant. This is the Urbanmech R68 Loyalty Edition for the 30% C-Build bonus, and this was given out some time back, but you can always buy this from the store without the loyalty bonus as they call it. And even though I did this build quite some time back, I actually tweaked it for the modern day battlefield, which I do once in a while. It's kind of nice to revisit your builds and kind of modify it for the changing dynamics of the modern day battlefield. Recent changes being the grouping, the combination of solo and group queue, sub queue as you call it. And coming up soon, we have the PSR reset, and that's gonna happen pretty soon. So let me just talk about it a while. As you'll see here, there is a proposal by Paul, and other than resetting the PSR, he is proposing that the allocation of PSR be zero sum. That means in a match, all the PSR adds and subtracts to get you a zero net sum. And this will be distributed among the performances of the team, with the top 12 players in a match getting a plus to their PSR and the bottom 12 getting a negative to the PSR. And of course, win or loss affects your match score, so that will affect your PSR quite a bit. So there's some debate in the forums. I'm going to put a link below. Feel free to join and give your own feedback, but please don't rant for the sake of ranting. Give some nice suggestions and rationale for your suggestions. As for me, I don't like to swim around in the brown seas of the forums. I'd rather just play. So anyway, let's get down to this build. So this is a short-range knife fighting build, 3 small pulse lasers on the left side, and 2 SRM6s for the increased punch. 10 double heat sinks with an XL180 engine gives you a speed of 97.2, and this time I have 3 jump jets and 3.5 tons of ammunition, more than the previous build. And it's a pretty nice build because it goes in close, does a lot of damage, whether it's sustain or burst fire of the SRMs. And with the armor of the Urbi, with all the armor quirks, you can stay in there for a fight. Look at this, 30 tonner with 66 points in the front, plus 31 armor is just amazing. So anyway, that's the Urbanmech R68, simple build. And for the skills, which I also changed it quite a bit. So with my new skill tree, I've got 32 points in SPs, 2 nodes of missile rack to increase the ammo because you will run out of ammo for the SRM6s. And that's because you fire it quite a lot in this build. And of course, other bonuses for the missiles include a missile spread decrease of 5%, and heat reduction of 9% is important to stay in there and brawl. Range improvement of 7% helps with the small pulse lasers, and a mild increase of 3% for velocity, which is actually not so important. So as for survival, with an Urbanmech, you have lots of armor quirks, so you want to enhance them with armor skills. So in this particular configuration, 23 SPs, mostly on the left side. Left side is actually the armor side, so that gives me 21.6% armor bonus and a structure bonus of 15.6, making this, just like any other Urbi, super goddamn tough. And because you're gonna go in knife fighting with the Urbi, Urbis are not so mobile for a 30 tonner, so 13 SPs going in to increase the mobility. This is one of my most common configurations, and I accidentally zoomed out too far. But anyway, this gives me an XL, decel, turn rate bonus of 10.5, 14% and 24% respectively. Operations, 13 SPs for my 5 nodes of heat containment, 10 SPs for the 2 strikes. Not enough for enhanced spotting, so the strikes will have a larger radius, but that's fine, good sometimes actually. And 2 cool shots, with the cool shot cooldown allowing you to fire the second cool shot 25% faster. So a very simple, tanky, brawly knife fighting build to get in close and just blast the enemy. And with the armor of the Urbi, knife fighting is just a joy. Not to mention the 360-degree torso twist of this beautiful mech. So anyway, let's get down to some gameplay and I'll show you this Urbanmech in action. And all this is as we wait for the PSR reset and for the final calculations to be released. Hopefully that will come out soon. So remember, drop by the forums, give your feedback, and since PGI is actually listening, give them proper constructive feedback and criticism. So anyway, with that aside, let's get down to some combat with the Urbanmech. Let's go. So here we are on probably the most popular map of the whole game, and this time I'm dropping with Scout Derek and Backshot, two nice people. Scout Derek in his classic Wolverine 7K, which I even made a video about. Really nice guy and a really good player. And also Backshot in his Ice Ferret in a different lance. Sync dropping, so not really in a team. So anyway, it's always nice to drop with familiar people, and as I always say, it's about the community. The game is nice, but community is great. So anyway, let's go kill everybody.
Flea and Wolfhound, Delta 4 top center.
So this team actually has a few fast movers like the Wolfhound, but they seem to have run off to Zimbabwe along Echo Line, probably chasing a light or something. So I'm gonna use the Urbanmech and hold the top of this ramp at Delta 4. It's actually pretty important to hold this ramp here, so that the big guys can move up. Stopping on the ramp is gonna cost the team the win. And Urbans are tanky, so gonna engage the Wolfhound and the champion. Gonna try focus on a champion because it's bigger, so more of my missiles will hit it.
Smoke at the center, watch it.
So if the big guys coming up like this Marauder 2C and Marauder, gonna let them tank. That's their job, not mine. So one Atlas stuck on my left, one Flea there, so I'm gonna chase it away. It's typical screening action, which what lights should be doing. We have a push here.
Foxtrot champion.
Foxtrot is coming in, calling him out. This Flea is trying to get to the rear of our assault, so being a light, I'm gonna chase it away.
Flea Delta left leg. Ha! Thank you.
Yeah, with the 360-degree torso twist of the Urbi, it does well against lights also.
Here they come, bottom ramp.
So there they are pushing up
Face
the
them, drop strikes.
pushing up the bottom ramp. Classic mistake, they did drop down, so they're gonna have an uphill task, literally, going up that slope. Problem with this strat is that people end up rotating.
The other side, Atlas.
Atlas is at risk of dropping down, so trying to redirect him. Urbanmech may be tough, but then still a light, so not gonna expose myself to too much fire. Covering the flanks of the team, left flank this side,
Call all targets, gents.
and moving back to support the main force. Suddenly a Fafner, but he is a nice target for my strike.
Golf Fafner, right torso.
So focusing my fire on him, distracting him as my strike comes in. But it's time to
Atlas, they're coming behind you. Careful.
keep moving.
Keep running forward. As usual, we go round in circles.
Reminding the Atlas to keep moving and not get stuck.
Hotel coming in. Hellspawn, CT open.
Yep, very brave Hellspawn. Tried to be sneaky but caught him out. And two SRM6s to the CT.
Fafner Juliet, rear open.
Just murders him. 5-4, it is pretty close.
Oh, everybody's running everywhere.
Yeah, if you look at the map, everybody's all over the place. So, Quad Mech comes in, it's a Fafner, the earlier Fafner. Torso gets blown off, it's a standard engine. But that crab is harassing me. My side torsos are rear are caught, so gotta be careful. Still got that kill. Can't handle that Fafner coming up, so I'm gonna run. At this point I realize everybody has rotated away, if you look at the map.
We need more help in Delta 4.
I like to make calls, I'm not embarrassed to call for help, as we are all caught. As you can see, this Wolfhound is smoking. But I think I'm going to rejoin my friends.
I'm heading to Charlie 3.
Yep, Charlie 3 is where our friendlies are. So grouping up on the main friendly force here. 7-5, 8-5, I think at this point we got this. That Warhammer's in trouble, surrounded by at least 4 enemies, or rather 4 friendlies. Oh, yep. Managed to get a strike, or rather a weapons fire hit on him, but Scout Derek gets the kill. One Fafner staring at me. Yep, I thought he was out of ammo. So, still had a lot of front armor, so I'm just gonna charge him. Took mainly strike damage in the rear. It can't really pitch down, so I'm not gonna play too defensive. So last two. Scout Derek's in front. Oh, he's gonna face tank this guy. Can't get the shot. Yep. But his SRMs get that kill. So one last guy, he's...
It's always a Flea or... Oh, it's Hark in his Panther.
Oh, that's King Hark, a streamer, and worthy of a follow. Gonna put the link to his channel below in the description. Very good player, by the way. 4 million pulses on a Katana Cat. Gotta shield my right side because he's a really accurate person. So can't be too complacent. Scout Derek on my left is distracting him. So trying to sneak away to the right. Lay some fire in. One more shot. Nah, but Scout Derek gets the kill.
Nice one, team.
So that was a good team performance. 12-6 was a pretty good fight actually. So remember, PSR will be reset in the future. The exact details will be coming up soon. But with 916 damage, 5 KMDDs and 3 kills all solo, I can expect to get a good team, or rather a good max score. And if you look at the max scores coming up here, in the future the proposal is to rank everybody according to max score. So with 636 I'll be right at the top. As you can see, CERN in the Alpha Lance of the opposing team, 400 max score. He'll still be rewarded for good performance rather than getting nothing for being on a losing team, which I think is a nice touch. As you could see, this Urbanmech can put in quite a performance, doing lots of damage while having the armor to tank and hold a position. But right now we have Mining Collective, one of the better brawly maps.
Target acquired.
With the armor of this Urbanmech, you want to be right in front because you have more armor than the lights, like those around me. So gonna keep an eye on Echo 4, hoping to drop a strike when the enemy comes up. Waiting for them to come.
Bunch of them Echo 4.
Artillery strike.
Coming up ramp now.
activated.
So there goes my first strike.
Roger.
New target
Good intel from a
acquired.
friendly player telling me that they're coming up. And here they come. Oh, a little light there is a Jenner. Not a common variant, the Jenner A. So, what's here? Oh, there's a Jaeger.
Jaeger.
Acquired. Artillery strike.
Cyclops Alpha.
And the Cyclops doesn't realize I'm here. It's an MRM spam
Ram
build.
guys.
They're pushing up, so I'm gonna fall back a bit. Strike does a lot of damage. Good strike
Alpha
placement.
Alpha.
Good strike placement helps a lot.
Where is team?
I don't know what happened to my team. If you look at the map, they're spread out everywhere. Ooh, SRM Mad Dog does a lot. I'm gonna fall back now. Hit me in the rear, caught me out, but I'm still alive. So always okay a mini-map. Kinda surprised that nobody was around me. Everybody didn't take the top, they ran away. So mothering my rear. I have a vulnerable ass right now, but lots of armor in the front. And one guy goes down. War Daddy goes down. And I get that Arctic Wolf. Sometimes being caught helps because I actually have loads of front armor, just not my ass. So the enemy tends to be a bit more
Marauders
aggressive,
called Charlie.
trying to get that kill.
New target acquired.
But they don't realize I have almost full armor. At least from the front.
Acquired.
So enemy is balling up on the other ramp. So one Urbanmech comes in.
Urbi.
It's one of those K9s with Rex. Oh, he's wrecked right now. One more hit should get him. Ah, missed. Look at that, so tanky that Urbanmech.
Acquired.
Oh, but he goes down.
Up.
So some friendlies
Foxtrot.
around me,
Alpha.
pushing in. Using the jump capability to avoid the torso mounted weapons of this Cyclops. Shooting his shoulders, it's caught. He's confused. Can I get the kill? One more shot. No, yeah, I got it. Always a joy.
Supernova. Need help.
Yeah, calling for help.
Target.
Kind of isolated here.
Juliet. Left also.
Thankfully this Raven comes in. Tag teaming this SRM. Was it SRMs on that? Nah. What a weird build. Very brawly though. So anyway, going in, blasting his torsos.
At 25%.
One more shot. Oh, but he's shielding well and I'm caught really badly.
Right arm.
Don't forget I got hit earlier.
New target.
Centurion comes in to save his friend. His CT is open. Ah, he gets me. So, yeah, good performance, very aggressive, 1000 damage with the strike, 3 kills. But I'm dead, so
New target.
7-6. So I think the team got
Marauder
this.
CT called Charlie.
Yeah, I think the team has this. One shot and the Marauder goes down. Assassins have wonderful hitboxes, even though this build is a bit weird. But yeah, I think this guy can get the Marauder. Let's take a look. Seismic helps with his guessing where the enemy is. He's running this build really hot, by the way. close match. It could still swing either way. He checks his seismic, lets the enemy commit to that movement as he flanks using superior mobility to go around, trusting in the hitboxes of the assassin. Yet again, very aggressive gameplay by him. So now the Marauder is surrounded and he goes down, taken out by all his buddies. This is good team play. So let's take a look at somebody else. Good team play is when you are not too aggressive, you work together with others for a collective win. In that case, waiting for support, and when they come in, taking out the Marauder. With 2 mechs left to hunt down, let's just fast forward this side as we talk about the Urbanmech. So as you could see, this Urbanmech build is very tanky, very brawly, and able to do lots of damage and do it in a sustained manner because it's pretty cool with the 3 small pulses and 2 SRM6s. But that was also my mistake as I tried to hold the top, and that's what Urbanmechs do well, holding areas. I assumed people will follow me, and that was my mistake. So as I fell back to regroup with my teammates, the Mad Dog with SRMs took the opportunity to Alpha my rear, doing lots of damage, and that was my undoing. So anyway, we managed to get the last one, so let's look at the performance of this build. I know I did 1039 damage with 3 kills, but let's take a look at the details. So 10 components, 500 over 1000 C-builds is nice, 4k MDDs, and what's my max score? 643, which is nice for an Urbanmech.